Hello there, this is Glinda Rose and welcome to my first ever attempt at a Minecraft episode. I am currently playing on an SMP called Empyrea with a group of friends. We are a bunch of people who enjoy playing Minecraft of various different levels, and so I thought I'd try my hand at the whole YouTube thing, so we will see how this goes. So as you can see, I have been building. I am going for the whole kind of treetops sky city kind of thing, and I've been working on trying to fill up this central area so that we no longer have a big gaping hole in it, and then eventually what we can do is branch off, create some pathways, create some more layers going higher up into the sky, because ever since the 1.18 update, the world is now just so much bigger in general, so it'd be really nice to just kind of mess around with having different things at different heights and maybe just like create a bit of a sky city. But I thought this would be nice just for like a starter one. I'm going to need to create a proper building at some point, if anything, so that all my stuff is kept safe at night from all the mobs and various other things. The last thing I want is for my chest to get blown up by a creeper, which I seem to be very good at doing in this game. So I will need to turn this into a house. I might make this into like a little entryway into my city, so maybe a kind of like gateway type of building, like a small sort of passage through from the outside world into the city, and then when you enter into the city you come here and you've got this kind of circular bit here with paths spouting off it, and then eventually some buildings. I want to create some street like things, some like houses, shops, whatever. I'm not really quite sure. I'll just be experimenting and messing around until I come up with something that I like, and hopefully it's going to be really cool when it is done. So I guess first things first, I need to get more bricks and fill up the rest of that hole. Whee! That is not what I'm trying to do. Also, I'm well aware that there's a lot of like background noise and that kind of thing. I do have a microphone. I don't have it on me currently, but I'm going to get it back in my possession soon, and then hopefully once I've done that, then we're going to have a better sound quality, so sorry about that. And that's the last of the hole filled in, so we now have a full circular middle bit that you're not going to fall to your death from anymore. I'm thinking that it maybe needs a centerpiece at some point, maybe like a fountain or some kind of custom tree or something. I'm not sure yet. I feel like something will probably go in there eventually, but I will have a think about it. So with that being said, my next task is to now sort out this bit. At the moment it's just this tiny little platform, but I think it could be so much better. I do have stairs leading up to it, so that's something, but this is really precarious at the moment. It needs sorting out, it needs fixing. Luckily I have some jungle planks to hand, and we really just need to expand this platform and turn it into like a nice little safe house. Something that you're not going to fall the minute you arrive, and just make it look a lot better, and yeah, just do something cool with it. Now what I need to make sure I don't do is clear out too many trees in this area, because I actually quite like them and I want to keep some surroundings to my base. I do want the trees to remain there for the large part, and I do want to have some nice scenery. So what I'm going to do is try and pick some of the jungle trees that are a little bit further out to gather a bit more wood. So I can see where I died earlier on in the game, and I don't know how I feel about that, because it's just a reminder of all my failures at Minecraft, all the times that I got blown up by a creeper or some ridiculous thing like that. I'm not sure if I particularly want or need the reminder. I suppose it's useful if you've just died and you're looking to try and get your stuff back. Apart from that, it really just kind of really speaks of what a terrible Minecraft player I actually am. I have realised that in order to do the windows, I'm going to need to get some sand. So let's go and do that. Pillagers. Nope, I'm not ready for this. I'm just gonna go. Whoa, what's this? After that, I got round to building up my base. So it's not much, it's definitely not any real kind of base or anything like that, but at least it's now safe for the time being. I can just use this as a kind of temporary hold for some things. I can, oh, whoa, gotta get through the door first. If the door cares to let me in. There we go. It's got some basics. It's got a bed, it's got a crafting table, some furnaces, chests. So in reality I need a bigger base than this, but it's something. It's a start. It's indoors, it's protected, and I don't feel like I'm going to die just by walking around. I should probably put some walls here eventually, but at least it's a start. And now that I've done that, I can go about gathering more resources to do more things, to build more stuff, and yeah, it should be good. It is a new day on Empyrea, and I am back on the server after about a week of not really being here. It's raining outside. What a lovely welcome back onto the server. Yeah, I've been a bit busy this week, so I haven't really had a lot of time to come on, unfortunately. But the good news is that while I've been away, I have been thinking about what to do with my base. Now, what I am thinking is that off this circular platform, I'm going to have 3 different pathways going 3 different directions, and each one is going to lead to a gigantic circular platform of its own. And on each of these circles, I'm going to do different things. So on the right, I'm going to have one area that's dedicated to farms. And then on the left, I'm going to have an area that's dedicated to my town, my shopping district. I have lots of buildings, structures, that kind of thing. And then in going off this way, I am going to have a really high up platform that's higher up than all the other platforms, and that one is going to be dedicated to my mansion, which is going to be my permanent base. So what I am envisioning for the mansion is it's going to take up a whole semicircle, and that semicircle is going to be comprised of 3 segments. So you're going to have the main middle segment, which is going to be the mansion, and then on the 2 outside bits there are going to be some smaller bits that are used for different things. I'm not really quite sure what yet, but I am thinking that I will come up with something, and then the rest of the semicircle will be used for making a really nice ginormous garden, something like that. But before I can do any of that, I need to gather some more resources. So I need to hit the mines, get myself geared up, get some proper resources, and then afterwards I can start building this thing. So let's go. I've been having a very bad time of it down in the caves, and I think I just need to rebuild myself up properly. So rather than mining, I'm just going to see if I can get myself together a little bit, get my resources a little bit better, and then try again. So I think I'm going to build a bit more of like a wheat farm and stuff, make sure I've got some proper food, that kind of thing. And then hopefully things should be better after that. And then this happened. And of course I had to get my revenge. You know it's getting embarrassing when you have to take from the free junk box. So after that I started building up my farms. I made a wheat farm as well as a sugarcane farm. But while I'm showing you a sped up version of the footage of me building these, I thought that I would tell you a little bit about myself. So I started playing Minecraft a number of years ago, and originally I only played it on and off. I remember the good old days of when you were so scared of night time that you would bury a hole in the dirt and just hide for the night and wait out the night until it was daytime again. And eventually I started getting interested in redstone and how to do that, and I started looking up redstone videos, and that's where I came across Mumbo Jumbo, and I got really into his videos, and through him I eventually found Grian and started watching his videos too, which then led me to watching their Hermitcraft episodes, which are absolutely fantastic. And I really wish that I was an epic version of Mumbo Jumbo and Grian. Mumbo Jumbo for the redstone and Grian for his amazing building skills. Unfortunately, I am neither of those. I am not nearly as good at Minecraft as they are, but if I keep playing, then who knows, maybe one day I will be as good as them. One of the reasons why I want to make a sugarcane farm is because I want to get hold of loads of paper, and the reason for that is because you need paper to make rockets, which I will eventually need once I have an elytra and I'm able to fly around. I also want to keep a stash of paper for things like books, so that I can have my bookshelves surrounding an enchanting table, and also so that in the future I might be able to trade with villagers. I slightly changed my mind about what I'm doing with these circles. I've decided that this one, instead of being the farms, is going to be the shopping district. And the reason for that is that because it's just a little bit close to spawn, and spawn is really where all the shops are supposed to be. So I'm going to do that instead, have my shops here and put my farm somewhere else. I've also made some water elevators over here. So this is my entrance and exit, and these are how people are going to get to my shopping district from the ground. I finally got hold of a good amount of diamonds, so I decided that it was time to start gathering together all the ingredients needed to create an enchanting table so that I can eventually get hold of some enchanted tools. So the first thing I did was create a diamond pickaxe, and then I went and set off for some ingredients. So to create an enchanting table you need leather, so I had to go and kill some cows. Cows, I'm very sorry, it was for the greater good of my enchanted tools. You had to go, I'm very, very sorry about that. So having killed some cows, I then went and gathered up some obsidian so that I could use it to create the enchanting table. And then I was finally able to go back to my base and make the enchanting table, and I placed it down in the middle of the circular platform I had created originally. So a lot has been happening on the server recently, and I was going to show you the process of how I did some of these things, but there's so much of it that I've done at such busy times of day, during times where I've not really been able to record properly, that I thought it's probably just easier if I just show you what's going on. So as you can see behind me, I have an enchantment table, and I built up a little house around it, and you can see on the inside where I'm going to be adding some bookshelves, so eventually it will have more powerful enchantments. And then over here I have built up this platform, and I have filled it out properly so there is no longer a gaping hole in it, and I have started building up some pathways over here. The idea is that eventually there are going to be buildings going down these pathways, and these buildings are going to represent the shops that I will be creating. in order to sell my stuff. I do already have one shop. It's a very tiny little shop. It's comprised of one singular chest where I'm selling a stack of wood for a diamond or 10 iron. And this stack of wood is still here, but I did manage to sell a couple of other stacks earlier, so I have started making diamonds, which is good, and hopefully it's onwards and upwards from here. And then if we go down into kind of more towards the spawn area, Mohawk Gamer has built a Christmas tree for Christmas, and he left us all some Christmas gifts. I obtained mine earlier, but thank you so much for the gifts. They are very, very appreciated. And if I can think of anything to give in return, then I'll do that. At the moment, I feel like I don't really have a lot of stuff though, so we'll see. If you would like to see the creation of the Christmas tree, Mohawk Gamer will be releasing a video with a time lapse of its creation in the near future. So please go and check out his videos. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my first ever Minecraft episode of Empyrea Season 1. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that Mohawk Gamer is also doing some videos, so be sure to check them out as well. They will be excellent. He knows more about the whole video editing thing than I do, so his are bound to be fantastic. But I really hope you enjoyed this one, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon. So see you later.